about 10 minutes. You guys watched the CPR video. Super helpful information. It can literally happen anywhere, anytime. I've been a lifeguard for 5 years. I'm lifeguarding on the ocean. Unfortunately, last year I did have to end up using my CPR training. It ended up not being a rescue, so I didn't have to go in the water and drag someone out. She was just laying on the beach. She was perfectly fine all day, wasn't on any medication. All of a sudden, heart went, and lifeguards had to rush there. So it is a very serious matter, and it is very good information to know. Now, after watching the video, there is one thing that they kind of skip over, brush over. Can anyone tell me what that one thing might be? It was the first step of CPR. Yes, ma'am.
Check the favorite pulse.
No, good answer though. That's later on. Anyone else? So the first step that they missed in the video was sizing up the scene. So before you start CPR, before you chuck in the person, you want to make sure the scene is safe. If there's someone down on the ground, you may or may not know them, but if there's a bunch of electrical wires around them, then you're not going to want to approach the scene because then you can put yourself in harm's way. So that's the first step of CPR. Can anyone tell me the second step of CPR? So it's on the sheet.
You're going to call 911.
Close answer.
Check the person is okay.
Yes, exactly. So you're sizing up the scene. If it's safe, there's no electrical wires, there's no fire, someone's just down, you're good to go. You come up to them, you tap them on the shoulders. Are you okay? Are you breathing? Now you see they're unconscious. So what are you going to do now?
Now you're going to call 911.
Exactly. Hey, you, call 911. And now if no one's around you, who's going to call 911?
Yourself.
Exactly. There we go. Now what do you do after that?
You're going to start your chest compressions. Yes.
Cool. Good job. All right. Can you guys see me if I lay down right here? Can everyone see me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm making sure this isn't blocking anyone.
All right. I'm going to go over kind of like prep form they talked about in the video, but you're going to be lined up just about center of the chest, and you're going to be using your palm. You're not going to be using your knuckles. You're not going to be using the top of your hand. You're going to be using your palm. You're going to be interlocking your fingers, and you're going to have nice and stiff arms. Also, you're not going to be bent back. This wouldn't be an effective compression. So I want my shoulders to be directly over his sternum, the middle of his rib cage, and my shoulders are over my elbows, and my elbows are over my palms. And I got using the bottom of my hands. I go how deep of a compression? Yes. Right. So we're going to go by at least 2 inches. So 2 to 2.5 is a great compression depth. Does anyone know how many compressions are within a minute? Yes, 100 to 120. And a good way to keep pace to make sure that you're hitting the 100 to 120 range, there's a nice tune, Staying Alive. Some of you may know it. I'm not the best singer, but it would go something like staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. Now, you could use that, but I learned a different way, and I take CPR very seriously, so I don't find singing to be the best way to keep my pace. So the way I would keep my pace would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. And if you can't count up to 100 and say the ends in between, you could just repeat 1 to 10. But I find that a lot more effective. And, all right, so just quick review. First step for CPR.
Check the surroundings.
Yes.
Second step.
Are you okay?
Exactly. Third step.
Call 911.
Yes. Then you begin your compressions. You stop when you defer to someone that's always above you. Okay. If you see a medical professional or someone in the EMS, they arrive, they take over. Okay. Or they're back. They're conscious again. You're done. Okay. Now, I'm going to get time for 1 minute and see if I can do 100 to 120 compressions. So, remember, we're on our knees, the head's off to the side, our knees are right by the chest. We're putting our hands right above the sternum. Okay, we're coming down, not here. We're not doing anything. What we're doing is we're basically pumping the heart for them. So that's what we're doing. These couple minutes are so vital to save someone who's unconscious. So vital. Okay? So, we need a timer.
I'll use the clock.
I got it.
All right. And I will count the compressions.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right. 20. 30.
20 seconds.
40.
30.
50. 60.
40.
70. 80.
50.
90. 100.
1 minute.
All right, so we got 103 compressions. Is that ideal in our 1 minute? Yes. Yes. We are looking for 100 to 120 compressions. Now, Mr. Ed, are you tired after doing 103 compressions?
No, I'm not tired necessarily with this mannequin, but if I was on a real person, it's tiring, especially if you're going for a couple minutes. 5 minutes of that, but you're really going. This thing doesn't really blow up much, so it's kind of like defeats the point. But like this could get tiring. So if someone else is around you, they can hop in, and now it's their turn. Okay, it's a simple process to really save someone's life. So definitely walk away with that.
When you're doing CPR on a real person, you have to be going 2 to 2.5 inches, and you also have to go through their rib cage, you have to go through the muscles, the tissue, and it's a lot more effort than a blow-up double.
What I wanted to say is, turn over the sheet. We have facts on the back. All right, the second bullet point. It says, about 90% of people who suffer out-of-hospital cardiac arrests die. CPR, especially if performed immediately, can double or triple a cardiac arrest victim's chance of survival. Okay, that's 20, 30, that's a double or triple. Sorry, not 20, 30. Double or triple % chance that this victim can survive because you know how to do CPR. Okay, these are the most important couple minutes because when someone goes down with cardiac arrest, if they're not treated at all for 5 minutes, their heart's going to stop. And unfortunately, they're gone. And it's real. It's real. It happens. Like Mr. Shanahan said, when he was coaching the other day, not the other day, a couple years ago, a man passed out during the game, okay, and unfortunately passed away. What if the person right there, what if the person right next to him on his team knew how to do CPR? Maybe they could have got to him quicker. Maybe they could have saved his life. Okay? So this stuff's really important. And thank you guys for showing respect and watching this.
I have a question. Are any of you pool lifeguards? Lifeguards at all? One? You're a pool? Two? You guys are pool lifeguards?
Used to be.
Used to be? It's a great job, right? Right. So, being a lifeguard, not only do you get to sit by the pool, you also get to tan, and it also is a very good paying job. You get your free CPR certification every year. I highly recommend if you're able to apply for a lifeguarding job this summer, and hopefully you won't have to use the training, but it's a great job, and I recommend getting into lifeguarding if you love the water as well. That about wraps it up.
Let's clap it up for the guys. You did a really nice job.